Good morning. And I'd like you to know that I am right here. Thanks for asking where I was. We're going to play some D&D today. And since I'm not moving, I'm going to roll my own fucking dice for a change. Go grab my player's handbook and my uh, character sheet. I'll be right back. Sam, you're kind of in the way. Oh, so it's no charisma now, huh? Thanks. At least I don't eat my own shit. You know, Ape, I was nice to you on your birthday. You saw that second picture I could have posted. But did you say anything like, oh, thanks, Brandon, you took mercy on me? Nope, not a word. What's up, Kevin? Well, the second one was a hell of a lot worse. Do you guys want to see it? Let's see if I can pull it up. There. I got to tell you, man, that avatar is fucking awesome.
Oh, glad you like it.
Yeah. If it wasn't so obvious, I'd say that your guy is green with envy.
Well, maybe a bit, but yeah, actually, it's just a wet way of life.
Ah,
A bit of moss, a bit of
algae.
algae. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And other healthy stuff. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Been a few weeks, but missed you guys.
Oh
Miss
yeah, I missed you guys too. but where is everybody?
Well, we're here.
Yeah, we'll have to wait.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, by the way, and
Oh, thank
you
you.
know,
I lived.
yeah, aren't we all? At least two of us.
Yeah. And I am not driving right now for a
Cool.
change, and I'll be rolling my own dice.
That's wonderful.
They will all be 20s, even the percentiles.
No, percentiles.
And my
May
six-siders,
use,
too.
yeah, they may use a bit of more of variability. Oh,
And the most exciting thing I have going on is I had to unload in a very muddy place, so I'm cleaning the floor of my truck.
ah, interesting. Like
And,
how muddy do you mean? Like bog?
well, I could get dramatic and say yes, but that would be a lie.
Well, sometimes dramatic is not the best option. Yes.
Yeah. No, it was a gravel parking lot in the rain, and I believe I have more of the parking lot inside the truck now than
Yeah, your own personal parking lot.
yeah.
How's Sam doing?
He's underfoot today. He's getting in the way, wanting to be involved in everything.
Yeah, that's kind of dog's way.
Yeah.
I'd say it kind of healthy, but annoying. Yeah.
Sometimes it's annoying. Most of the time it's nice.
Yeah, we just made a little stroll in the park, and I've got sniffed. I've been sniffed by a small dog, just out of curiosity, I guess.
I guess.
No aggression, just
Maybe you smelled good.
maybe. I have doubts that this dog could smell it from like 20 meters away. But what do I know about dogs' sense of smell? It kind of accelerated from far away and was very friendly.
Ah. Well, he liked you. You got a new friend today.
Yeah, I hope so.
Maybe you'll see him again.
Yeah, we do walk in the park pretty regularly, so chances are high.
Sam is now playing tug of war.
Mm.
And now he's lost interest.
He may discover it again, like
I'm sure he will.
get interested. How's the, I don't know, lottery stuff? Any
I
gains?
I haven't checked. We have
Mm.
a ticket from. Let's see. I'll pull it out here. Um, I guess we could already be lottery winners and don't know it. Um,
Mm.
the last ticket I bought, the drawing was on the 28th of April.
Hmm. Not a long time ago.
No.
So the hope is still like still lives on.
Yeah. Well, I bought the double play this time, so that if we win, actually get twice as much.
Oh. Yeah, that would be very pleasant, although unlikely. You know, my father was pretty avid, um, lottery player, if you could say so. It's not. It wasn't about like not like gambling, but he
Well, it
was
is
like,
gambling.
well, it is. But some people kind of try to find rational strategies and
Yeah, I'm not one of those.
mm.
I get the lottery tickets because it makes Constantine less depressed.
Yeah, that's a noble mission.
Howdy.
Hi, Glenn.
Hello.
Well, I was going to say, if you check out history, anytime a person's economy is in the toilet, gambling and lotteries go up.
That's absolutely true.
It's
Yeah.
it's a psychological response to the fact that if you work hard and save your money, you're still going to lose. And the only way you can win is a long shot, and so people take long shots. It's human nature. You know.
Yeah, and also in times like these, mm, interest in like paranormal and occult goes up
Yeah,
very noticeably. So
yeah.
that's a human condition, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'd have to include conspiracy theory goes in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm pretty sure conspiracy theory happens even at the best of times.
Well,
Things
it
are going
does,
too
but
good. It's probably a conspiracy.
Hmm.
yeah,
You know, it just depends on how many paranoid people you got in the crowd.
Yeah, but actually, they always are present. But I mean, uh, how big uh, part of the society is kind of actively involved in?
Yeah.
That varies with general, general vibe of times.
Well, yeah. Well, the other thing is, uh, I was fairly young when I read a story that the major point of it was even if you are paranoid, it doesn't mean that there might not be people out to get you. It just means it's a lot harder for you to convince anybody else that these guys are, no, they're really after me, honest. They say, yeah, nah, he's just crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I heard this saying in connection with Hemingway,
Yeah.
the writer who lived
Yes.
in Cuba and was kind of complained to his relatives that FBR is secretly, well, keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
And after he died and after some FBI archives was like divulged, the secrecy wasn't like past secrecy term. It actually they discovered that FBI indeed had an agent in Cuba who were
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
who
They,
were
But
just
Hemingway, he was right, but he just wasn't completely right because the Cubans were watching him too.
Well, yeah.
absolutely.
They watched all foreigners that were in their country at that time. They were
Well,
very paranoid.
Hemingway was living in Cuba
Yes.
at the time of the revolution and didn't leave.
Yes. Well, okay.
Which
At
is
the
already
time of
suspicious.
the revolution, a lot of rich people owned property in Cuba. You know, lived there at least part of the time. Not
Well-
to mention, it was one of the major money laundering places,
Mm.
you know, in the Western Hemisphere. So, well, until Castro took over, yeah. But
And then they just started money or doing Soviet money.
well,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, go with your strong suit. It's what you do best, right?
Well,
Anyway.
when the
Indeed.
Soviet Union fell, Cuba was most affected.
Yeah.
At least,
Any,
as long as I remember, like Soviet Union, like new powers of Soviet Union of Russia, let's say, they kind of forgiven all the debts to all the basically all the satellites which owed them money for weapons and even some infrastructure projects. So yeah, it kind of
now,
touched
of
them
course,
too.
since I just cleaned the floor of the truck, the dog now has to go outside again.
Well, yeah.
Fuck.
And where are we going outside to?
We're going outside into a muddy parking lot.
Oh, goody.
That's the best place to pee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that we have completed our quest,
Actually, you haven't.
We
Well,
haven't.
not quite. You have found the construct's maker, and he doesn't want to be saved, and he's not much good to him now anyway because he's lost his memory. But
the deal
You need
was
to
to
go
find
back-
him.
you need to go back to the ship and go to where they have stashed your money, so then
Ah.
you can get paid.
Ah. Right.
You know. At the moment, you're still in the Shadowlands, and by the way, we kept playing for a little bit after you dropped out last time.
Right.
You guys were headed towards the lake, and you'd gotten within a couple of miles of the lake, and then one of the things you find in the Fey realm is called a birch siren. It's a tree that makes music, which, well, everybody in the party except for you and the two pixies you have prisoner
Uh-huh.
failed their saves miserably.
Right.
I think Roman had the highest roll, and he with pluses, his was like a 9. You know,
Oh,
so
lovely.
so they're all mind whammied and heading over to that tree to be eaten, and you and the two pixies are tagging along, and the pixies, the last thing we did, and they decided not to roll for you on this one, was the pixies did a persuasion roll on you, saying, "We can save them, you just need to let us out of the bottle," and rolled a 21. So first thing we're going to do is have you roll a wisdom check.
Okay. I can do that
And
right
then
now.
we're going to roll up initiative.
All right. I rolled a natural 19 before pluses. You say wisdom. I get +4, so 23.
Okay. Well then,
That
They
beats
have
a
not
1,
pers-
right?
yes. Okay. So, anyway, they had a 21. They have not convinced you to let them loose, so you are now a free agent. However, like I said, you are currently the only free agent in the party.
Okay. Well, are we getting close to the tree?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to throw a couple of Molotov cocktails at it.
Okay.
I guess we need to do initiative.
Well, is this all the folks that are here today, or
So far.
so far?
They're all incapacitated anyways.
Well, that's true. But yes, we do need initiative rolls from folks.
I have a 15.
Okay.
Do we incapacitated guys need to roll initiative too, or we just?
Well, you don't
Right.
get to do anything, but it probably would be a good time to roll them in case you ever do get loose.
Okay. Just at the worst time, my initiative is 24.
Okay. A 24 for you. Okay. And
And I have just been informed that Drubius needs a link. He obviously didn't go to the Telegram group.
right.
But there's your link, Drubius.
By the way, he's not in the Telegram group, as long as I can see. So we may need to add him if he has a Telegram, of course.
Yeah. Okay. And one of you can roll for Constantine if you want.
I can.
He got a 1.
Oh,
you mean roll the dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean I rolled 14 for him actually. if,
Okay.
if it means something.
Ah, there's Drew.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Welcome.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. How's your Easter?
Likewise. It went pretty well. How about yours?
Well, nice. A bit of free time and the spring and
Very nice. Very nice.
Yep. Yep. I got to see my mom and some of my relatives. It
mm.
was fun.
Mm.
She's probably going to outlive all of us. She looks great. 96. You know.
Wow, that's kind of gives hope to all of us.
Yeah.
A bit of.
Anyway. Last time we played, everybody in the party except Bill and the two pixies you're holding captive failed their saving throw against a siren tree. So you guys are all mind whammied at the moment. But since combat's about to ensue, I would like you to roll me an initiative.
Well, Drubius got a 20. He wrote it in the chat.
Okay. So you got a 20.
Yes, sir.
Hell of a time to have a 20 since you can't do anything.
Right? Just my damn luck.
Constantine says he'll be here in 30 minutes.
Okay. Anyway. Well, Bill, you have a higher initiative than the tree does, so you say you're going to throw Molotovs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
13 and 7 is 20.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 and 7 is 10.
The 20 will hit, the 10 will not.
Okay.
So you have, however, lit a random section of the forest floor on fire now.
Excellent. And what does one roll when rolling for damage on Molotovs?
Unless you have anything special to them, like adding like Greek fire or any of that.
Well, that's what we've got.
Okay, then if it's Greek fire, it does 3d6 worth of fire damage, and then 1d6 of fire damage until they put the fire out.
Okay. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9.
Okay. Well, you have done 9 points of damage.
And the tree's on fire.
And the tree's on fire. Ah. Okay. The tree has launched 4 tentacle attacks at you, these big, long, rope-like, viney tentacles whipped out
Uh-huh.
there, and missed everything.
Okay.
However, we have rolled a concentration check and passed. So, at the moment, everyone else is still mind whammied.
Well, I'm
Damn
also going to do a riposte on the tree since it missed an attack on me.
Uh-huh. Okie dokie.
And I have a 15 plus 9, which will allow me to hit it, since that would make that a 24.
Okay.
And I do max damage, yes.
Okay.
So I do 10 points of, oh no, plus 5, plus 2. I do 15 points of damage to the tree.
Okay. And everyone is still mind whammied. So, that ends this round. Bill, it's the next round.
All right, I will use the last of my Greek fire and throw twice more.
Okay.
Another 15 plus 7 is a 22, and then an 11 plus 7 is an 18.
Okay. Then both of those will hit.
Okay, so 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 5 is 7 and 5 is 12.
Okay.
And that's 1. So 9 and 12 makes what? 21 total. Now 3 plus 5 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. So 21 and 12 is a great Rush song. Makes for 33, and then 6 more points from the fire from last time.
No, AD6 worth of points from last
Yeah,
time.
it's a D6. That's what I said.
Okay.
Anyways, and 2 more points for that. So 35 is what the total on him is.
Right. Okay. And Bill,
Yes.
does a 20 with pluses hit you?
If it's a adjusted 220, then no. If
Right.
it's a natural 20, then yeah. But
Okay. Then the natural 20 does hit you because he rolled a natural 20 and another one that was with his pluses added up to 20. And 2 others which with pluses add up to a 14 and a 15. I knew
Okay.
those didn't hit you.
yeah, you have
So-
to roll a 23 or above to hit me.
Right. Okay. The nat 20 hits will hit you. The others will not. It does 8 points of damage, doubled for 16.
Okay.
And,
Ouch.
and maintains its concentration. And all the rest of the guys are just hanging out.
Okay. Well, it did miss, so I get to riposte again.
Yeah.
9 and 7 is 16. Does that hit?
A 16,
16, yeah.
just barely.
Okay.
They have very armor-like bark.
Well, yeah, they're trees. Okay, I realized I did that wrong last time, so we have 3 plus when I'm doing the maneuver, I get an additional pluses in there. Okay, and then I roll a d10. So 3, oh, and a 1, of course. So 4 plus my plus 7. So 4 and 7 is, I'm drawing a fucking blank. 4 and 7 is 11.
Okay.
So 11 and 36 is 47.
Yes. Hmm.
All right, now it's time for me to strike normally because I am out of Molotovs. Ooh, natural 18. That one hits. Okay, that would be 4 and 7 again, another 11 points. For 58 total. Plus, there's going to be 4, 5, 6 more points of burn damage from the Greek fires sticking on his bark and burning. So 58 and 6 is 64.
Alrighty. You have now run this creature out of hit points. It will quit making magical music, and everyone will wake up. Also, the fire from the first Molotov that missed has been spreading, and it has gotten close enough to singe a couple of bushes around the edge of this clearing, and they have both just screamed and ran off in different directions, spreading the fire, by the way, as they run, screaming.
Okay. Drew, do you want to put out bush number 1 and I will go after bush number 2?
Not if you put it that way. Sure, I'll go after bush number 1. I will cast the control flames and extinguish the fire.
Okay. However, the creature is going to continue to run away, panicking, but it will no longer be spreading a fire throughout the forest.
Let him go.
And my ranged attack on bush number 2 with a grappling hook. I rolled a 12. I get plus 5 just for my dex. I don't imagine I have a... No, I don't have a... grappling hook is not normally a weapon.
No.
So I don't get that bonus, so it's a plus 5. So 12 and
Okay.
5 is 17.
Okay. Yes, you've caught him.
Do I need to do a strength check to see if I can stop him?
As a matter of fact, yes.
All right. Oh, natural 20. So
Okay. Well, that beats his 15. So, yeah, you've lassoed him.
okay. What? This guy too, please. Gotta be you, Drew.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch it. Yeah. Put him out. Don't beat around the bush here.
Okay. And then you have the fire spreading around the clearing with the burning tree in the middle.
Yeah. We'll take care of that too. I don't imagine the Fae would take too kindly to us starting their forest on fire.
Probably not.
No. Okay, well, let's control flames upon that as well.
I'm going to say to the little bush that we just put out, we can't really pay you much. We're very poor, but we can make some fertilizer for you.
Oh.
Sorry about catching you on fire.
By the way, when you said we don't have anything to pay you, we're very poor, the Bush's response was, well, if you have any of that worthless silver laying around, he'd just take that off your hands.
Mm.
And if you would give us a persuasion or a wisdom check versus his persuasion.
A 7.
Okay, he has with pluses a 19. Bill, he has talked you into giving him any of your silver that you have.
Well, he's fucked. I've already been robbed.
Well, damn it. You should be more careful with your money. A plant's got to make a living, you know.
Very persuasive plans.
Yes, a very persuasive plant. Okay.
Well, Mr. Bush, could I, I see you're interested in making money. Have you thought about going into poultry trading?
Into what was that?
Poultry trading. Birds.
I see.
Because a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Uh-huh.
I knew that was coming sometime.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, bad, Brandon. Bad, Brandon.
Thank you.
Okay. And by the way, his response was, "Oh, yeah, mortals. They all think they're comedians," and then walks off into the forest.
He deserved
Made
it.
like
He
a
tried-
tree and got out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you make like a tree and leave?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh.
Okay. Let's get the fuck out of here. What do we need to roll? Another
Yes, please.
percentile?
you'll need to roll a percentile.
12.
A 12. All right. Okay. You have made it to the lake shore. Now, from here, you can go back to the gate. It's about it's about a half day's walk along the north end of this lake. Or you can cross the lake and go to the south end of it and go to the City of Lanterns, because you had spoken of possibly going there. It's the largest.
Constantine wanted to go there, so that's the way that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
And we're not taking his idea of taking a boat on this lake.
Okay. Well,
because remember, we were getting travel advice from a river giant.
mm-hmm.
That's not smart.
Well, if you go to the City of Lanterns, as I said, it's on the south end of the lake. So that would be several days worth of walking to get there.
Okay. And then several more days back to get to the gate.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Now, on a different note, the City of Lanterns is a big place. It's probably got a population of 250,000 beings, and all different races. So, just so you know.
Okay. Well, what do we need to roll to get there?
Well, a couple of percentiles will get you there.
Cool. I guess one from Drew and one from Roma, and we'll be there.
Okay, we can do that if we concentrate.
73.
Okay. Well, your first day of travel goes without incident. You were just walking along the lake shore in the twilight. And you then took a long rest. And Roman, if you'd be so kind as to roll me another percentile.
39.
Okay. Well, on your second day's travel, you have gotten close enough to the City of Lanterns that you can see the diffuse glow in the night sky around it. So that would mean you're probably 3-4 miles out, and you come across a small group of people, I guess. They're Well, there's a pair of statues about 7 feet in height and shaped like chess pieces, specifically the black and white queens. And They are standing out along the lake shore having a conversation with a cat. And
we're gonna avoid them if we can.
uh, well, the two queens are arguing with each other and don't notice you. And the cat seems to be watching you as you go by, and it winks at you.
I'm gonna put my hand on my pouches.
Yeah.
Can't be too friendly
Okay.
when foreign pussy is or you can't be too careful when foreign pussy is too friendly.
Yeah.
I'm a world traveler. I know this.
Well,
Yep. Okay. Uh,
That's actually true, by the way.
who would have argue?
So
anyway. Well, a bit later, you will come to the slums on the outskirts of the city. There's a few abandoned warehouses and a large number of shanties. The only lighting around here will be the bonfires, as most of the people here are too poor to afford magic lamps or even oil lanterns. And you'll immediately be surrounded by a crowd of beggars and another crowd of street urchins.
once again, guarding my possessions.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Alrighty.
Absolutely. Full concentration.
Would you be so kind as to give your DM a perception roll as you guard your possessions?
Oh, good. I'm glad it's perception. I have skills in that. A natural 20 plus
All right. And Drew,
7, so 27.
27 for you. Okay. Drew, what is yours roll?
Mine, by the way, is 21.
Okay. Drew, can you hear us?
I'm sorry. Sorry. I have a 25 after pluses.
Okay.
Oh.
And if someone would be so kind as to roll for Constantine.
He has a 17 plus whatever.
Okay. Right. Just a second, I can tell you what his pluses would be. Well, Bill, you,
Yeah.
Drew, and Roman all keep the beggars from picking your pockets. Actually, everybody did on that one. However, the street urchins, they didn't pick, or I should say, Bill, you, Drew, and Roman caught them picking your pockets.
Yeah, not that they didn't try.
They tried. Come
here, you little bastards.
and
Yeah. As a pirates, we have all the rights to curse in all the languages we know.
and in the case of your constructs, they all got robbed. And Constantine was able to also stop the street urchins from picking his pockets. So, although it was a close roll for them, these guys got some nice pluses for sleight of hand.
All right. 13 plus 5 is a 7. I guess it would be a grapple on grabbing the hand that's going into my pocket.
Okay. And
I guess so that's a 17.
okay, you caught him.
Holding his hand, firmly but loosely, not trying to hurt him. I'm going to squat down and look him in the eye and say, have you ever considered piracy?
That's what he was doing.
And his response was to say, well, don't you have to breathe water to become a lake pirate?
Oh, lakes are for amateurs. The ocean, the sea is the true love of a pirate.
And he said, unfortunately,
And let me tell you
from
before
here
you
to
cut.
any of the oceans, you've got to go on a long and arduous quest to the other side of the River of Fire and cross the Mountains of Despair and all that.
Oh, pshaw. You're thinking two-dimensionally. Well, I guess you're
he's
thinking
about
one dimension.
not being burned to a crisp on the River of Fire, actually.
Well, yeah, but you're only thinking about your own dimension, the Feylands. You're limiting yourself. Because I can tell you've got such a wonderful life here. But anyways, think it over. We'll be in town for a day or two.
All right.
And we're talking about going to another dimension, in case you didn't know it. So I guess
Right.
it'd be 3 dimensions from here. But we know how to get there. And no fire is involved.
Right. Okay.
And I'll let him go.
Okay.
And now we wait for Constantine. 'Cause-
Okey-doke.
He's the dude that's, well, wanted to be here.
Well, he was like hoping to buy a teleport or passage back to his part of the Feyland. But
I'm not going to roll
There-
that for him.
mhm.
Is there a place around here where I could be able to buy a ring of store? Or we already have that.
Spell storing.
Ring
Spell
spell
storing, yeah.
storing. Get
Yeah,
that identified.
We could get all of our shit identified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are places here that will do that for a fee.
Is there also a place for me purchase another ring of protection
Yeah,
and perhaps
okay.
a boat?
This is a city of 250,000 people that makes its
Oh.
living on trade, mostly with other dimensions. Most everything can be found here. The trick is finding it without getting lost. As I mentioned, this is a big place. Assuming you were on foot and had never been to New York City before, and there was no street signs or city government, it was all kind of just running itself. Now, try to find a specific shop. You've only got 10 or 12 square miles to cover, and several tens of millions of people in the way. This place is something along the same lines as that sort of a problem. It's a big place. You might want to think about hiring a guide or two.
That would help.
Or
The traditional way to take care of something like this is to look for a taxi, which we're not going to find in the slums.
no, you'd have to go to one of the better neighborhoods to find a taxi. Or a rent-a-carriage, or whatever they got here.
Yeah. So, let us make our way.
Okay.
I believe it's my turn for percentile.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have a 58.
Okay. Well then. You began heading out of the slums and looking for a better neighborhood. You basically find yourself along the docks for where the Black River, where the lake empties out into the Black River. And at this point in time, there's dock workers, warehouses, merchants, money lenders, people selling light spells, and lanterns and whatnot. And at that point in time, however, a coach, which by the way is being pulled by a pair of giant wasps, is going to pull up in front of you, and there are two folks in it. The coach driver, who appears to be a half ogre, and a footman who is a turtle. And they pull up in front of you and say, "You are the newcomers. You killed the frog woman and the peach gnome. The boss wants to speak with you."
Okay.
Sure thing, boss.
I take it you're from the Union?
Neither of them speak another word the entire trip.
Okay.
By the way, the carriage takes off flying,
I figured it would.
and it flies you to the top of one of the towers. And by the way, the top of this tower, flat roof, but it has a 15-foot high flagpole with a glowing sphere on top of it. And there are a pair of guards standing at the entrance to the top of the tower. One of them is a drow, and the other one is a human woman. Both of them are holding two-handed swords that glow in the dark.
Okay.
And they will turn you over to one of the shadow goblins. And he's wearing a tabard with a house symbol on it, of a lantern and a sword. Anyway, and they will, or he will escort you to a large audience room that has about 24 soldiers in there, all different races. And the person you are speaking to is a old, bald hobbit, very richly dressed, and is accompanied by a young lady hobbit in a harem outfit.
Right.
By the way, this room is brightly lit with lanterns and torches. Uh, you almost need a pair of shades, to.
Right. I'm guessing that the amount of illumination denotes status in the shadow room.
Well, it denotes how much money you pay for lighting.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyways, we're here.
Okay. Well, he offers you, a seat, tells the lady that's with him to pour each of you a glass of wine. And then he looks at you and says, "You came from the mortal realm, and then you trashed the Frog and Peach at the north end of this lake. He'd like to know why."
She tried to turn us into frogs.
She tries to turn everyone into frogs. By the way, did she succeed? Have you been cured, or did she just not do it?
We took her out before it happened, yeah.
Ah, I see. And the Peach Gnome?
Don't remember him.
You never met him. But they seem to think you took him out, too.
Nah.
Who tried to feed you to the orchard?
Nope. Never met them. Never saw the orchard.
Why did you kill him then?
We didn't.
What do you mean you didn't kill him?
We never met him, never saw him, never killed him. That's what I mean.
Extraordinary.
Oh, and Drew, can you reboot your phone?
Will do.
And this old hobbit fellow is going to ask you, when you killed the frog woman, was it before or after she started her frog apocalypse?
After.
After. And the peach orchard apocalypse?
Don't know a thing about it.
Well, he's getting some very strange reports from people on the north end of the lake. He wants to know if you wish to hire on as mercenaries.
It depends on what you're paying. But we still have the body of the frog lady in our bag of holding.
Really?
Yes. Would you like to ask her yourself what the fuck is happening?
Yes, he would.
And what's it worth to you?
Yeah, for a small fee.
We'll let you
can-
talk to this body.
Absolutely.
Actually, our fee in this case is, didn't we want to ask her something?
Probably.
I can't remember, but I knew we were carrying her for a reason. I just don't know why.
Yeah, you were thinking about doing a speak with Dad. However, I'm not sure what you were going to ask her.
Well, it wasn't me, so I don't remember.
Yeah, probably it's Constantine wanted to find
Yeah.
out something.
Well,
Well, anyways, one of our guys wants to ask her a question, and you've got questions, so
Hmm.
we can probably help each other out.
mhm.
Now, about this mercenary job.
Mhm.
Uh, what do you want done, and who's it against, and what's it pay?
Well, uh, he's hoping to contain the problem before it gets to the south end of the lake. So he'd be wanting to send you up to the north end of the lake to kill frogs and cut down trees. Before they come looking for folks in the city and ruin business.
And why do you think we had anything to do with the peaches?
Well, because he's getting reports of people being eaten by peach trees on the north end of the lake.
Oh. So, yeah, blame the foreigners. I got it.
Several of them were his, agents, so he figured he'd better look into it.
Well, you still haven't answered what it pays.
Okay. Well,
Actually, before you answer that,
Mhm.
let me tell you why we came to the city.
Mhm.
Our friend here
Mhm.
wants to go back to his part of the Feywilds.
Mhm.
And it's a long way away.
Right.
My other friend over here, and myself, and probably the bard too, but I don't know for sure, want to get new gear.
Mhm.
You know, we're about ready to move up in the world,
Mhm.
and we need pokey, slashy, protecty, blowy uppy things.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I
Well,
fight with a rapier, and it doesn't do a lot of damage, but that's because it's kind of a generic rapier, only +2.
right.
I was looking to get something better.
Mhm. Okay.
My friend
Well
here,
then.
he wants, well, better armor class, and he
Mhm.
can't wear armor.
Right.
And I would like an enchanted bow of sorts.
Well, I was talking about you for the armor, but if you want the bow, go for the bow.
Oh, I've already got a decent armor, serpent
Okay.
armor.
He
Okay.
wants a
Thank you, though.
bow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am for the armor.
Oh, you're for the armor. Okay, the bard wants armor.
Bard wants
Yeah,
armor.
I-
Okay.
I have a generic leather one.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well then.
And a ring of protection, if you will.
Mhm. Right. Well then.
So you don't need to necessarily think about cash if you have equipment.
Actually, yes, he can trade you equipment for these things in exchange for your services, or he can trade you equipment for the dead woman's body, and then pay you a bounty on frogs and peach trees. So much a head, or a trunk, or whatever.
Oh, and some
So-
identify spells as well. While we're here.
Mhm.
Anyways, we can negotiate all of that.
Okay. Well, Bill,
Yeah,
or whoever's your chief negotiator.
that would be Constantine because he has the best plus. No, it'd be Roma because he has the best pluses.
Okay, Roma.
I'm not sure I'm the best negotiator, but okay,
Well,
I'll try.
I will cast the
Constantine
guidance.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, well then, give us a persuasion roll
With a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
with a bardic inspiration if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see.
Persuasion. It's charisma skill, right?
Yeah.
Well, the bardic inspiration is 3, and the roll is 10 plus 5 plus 3, 18, and I have plus 1, so 19.
And then Drew cast some spell. I can't remember what he said.
I cast guidance. It says
Oh,
you touch
guidance.
one willing creature.
Okay.
Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check if it's of its choice.
Okay, so
Okay.
roll a d4.
D4 is 2, so
Okay, so
21.
Okay. You know, basically, the rest of you guys get to sit there and watch Roman and this hobbit dicker with each other. By the way, I laughed because with his pluses and his roll, it was a 21. You tied each other.
Damn.
So, so the end result of it is this. Each of you is to be given a magic armor or weapon of your choice. And they will identify all of your stuff
Hell
for
yeah.
you. If you want more stuff than one apiece, you get to pay money for it. Or you can negotiate a certain number of, like, frogs killed for a magic item, whichever. But as it is, he'll give you one magic item apiece or armor item apiece, and you can then and have all your identifies done in exchange for the dead body. And he's going to do a speak with dead with it and allow Constantine one question.
Mm-hmm.
The other questions he gets to ask.
Well, sounds pretty fair to me. What do you say?
Anyway, so at this point in time, each of you gets to let me know which magic item or armor or weapon you want. Bill, you want a nicer rapier, maybe something that's does more than just +2 rapier damage. So you can have, let's see, a flame tongue, or a frost brand, or a sword of wounding. I don't know if they have any others listed beyond that that are, or you can get one that's like a higher plus standard rapier, like a let me grab the Dungeon Master's Guide real quick. Okay. Flame Tongue Sword does you an extra 2d6 of fire damage. Frostbrand does 1d6 worth of cold damage and gives you a bright light 10-foot radius.
Okay.
And
This should boost up your status in the City of Lanterns.
yeah.
And the wounding?
Checking on that now. Here we go. Sword of Wounding. Hit points lost to this weapon can only be regained by natural healing rather than by regeneration or magic or other means.
Right.
That's real nice if you're going to be fighting against, like, you know, trolls
Anything that
or something
yeah.
that regenerates. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Or you could have a Sword of Sharpness. If you roll a natural 20, it does an extra 14 hit points of slashing damage. If you rolled a 20, they'd lop your head off, but they
yeah, that's back when they were Vorpals.
yeah. Anyway,
'cause too
if
many
any of
dragons
those
died
sound
to a
good to
Vorpal.
you,
It's really a toss-up between the fire, which with the 2d6 damage, or the wounding.
okay,
I think we're going to go with the firebrand. +2
Okay.
firebrand, right?
right,
Okay.
okay. And Drew,
And I've got one other thing. I would like to buy some magic studded leather armor.
okay.
What do
Well,
they got?
It'd be whatever price is listed in the.
Well, 144 is the armor, and it's like 45 gold,
Right. And
but it's magic, so I'm sure it's more than that.
it is. They have. They have this cute little chart for magic rarity items, and it would basically add another 1,000 to the value of your studded leather. I'd give it a +1 anyway.
Okay. And what type of plus armor do they have? Because I got 10,600 in gems and platinum. Uh-oh. We lost
Well,
Drew.
You can have armor that's +1, 2, or 3, and each plus will add about another 5,000 to the total price. You can also have armor of resistance, which is regular armor class for whatever armor type you want, but it has resistance to, well, certain types of damage. Acid or cold or fire or lightning or poison or radiant or, that sort of thing.
Okay. So a +2 suit would cost me 5,000. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And a +3 would cost me 10,000.
10,000. Yeah.
I think I'll go with a +2 studded leather.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Okay. And Drew.
Yeah, you would go with the studded leather.
You betcha. I am a stud.
Okay. And you were hoping to get magic bow, I believe it was.
Yeah, sure. A bow of magical abilities with some. I've variety of magical arrows if I can in my quiver,
Mm-hmm.
or if that's just too much. Regular arrows.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And also get that ring of spell storing identified, and see if I can purchase or manage a contract to get us a ring of protection.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, you can get a +1 bow for 1,000, a +2 for 5,000, and a +3 for 10,000. And let me check somewhere around here. Okay.
I thought you said I could get a bow or a magical weapon
Mm-hmm.
without that charge.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. The stuff we were doing with Bill was the extra. So, yeah, they will get you a +1 bow. And they will also throw in there 6 Melf's acid arrows to go with it.
What kind of acid arrows you say?
It's entitled Melf's Acid Arrow. It does regular arrow damage plus acid damage. Let me check and I'll let you tell you how much in just a second.
For a moment there, I thought you said MILF acid arrows.
No. Okay. Does regular arrow damage plus 4d4 acid damage, and then another 2d4 acid damage the next round. So
4d4,
Mhm.
then 2d4 acid damage.
Yes.
All right. And the +1 to the bow.
Gives you +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Okay. +1 to hit, +1 to damage.
Yep.
Not a bad deal.
And you wanted a ring of protection. Okay. It gives you a +1 bonus to your armor class and a +1 bonus to saving throws. And it will run you about $8,000.
Right. Very well. How many frog skins or frog corpses would that equal to?
Well, he's talking about 25 gold pieces per frog. So, how much does that take to add up to 8,000 frogs?
Well, there's 40 frogs per 1,000. So 320 frogs.
20. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think we could pull it off, but I don't think I don't think we need to be staying here that long just for my behalf. So,
Yeah. We'd better have a big card for that kind of game.
right. Oh well.
And especially when you think about preserving them all
Well,
in good condition.
I'm certain that, our hobbit friend here would take a body part that they can't live without as proof of their death.
Well, heads maybe. Yeah. Maybe
Well, heart.
dried heads
Yeah.
to save the space. But
Frogs have big heads, though.
Comparatively. How big of a frog we are talking here about?
Not Kermit.
Right.
Drew, if you want to borrow money, I'm sure we can help you swing the price, but I think you've got the money.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see how much I have.
Well, considering we're evenly splitting shit and I had over 10,000, I just didn't have any copper or silver because all we've got's gold,
Luckily, yeah.
Fuck that bush. Anyways, I'm sure you've got over 10,000.
Okay, pay the man.
Okay. And
Admittedly,
Roman,
haven't been doing a great job of keeping up with my money.
Yeah, as for me, I would like to change my armor for something advanced, but probably not heavier than medium armor. I'm looking at the traits of the medium armor. Oh, Konstantin wants to join.
Oh, okay. Well, I will let him in.
Yeah, please. He needs to talk to this frog lady before we sell her body for good.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm
Hello?
fine till you not try to sell my body.
No, your body is in perfect condition. We are not
That's
selling it.
nice.
Well, Roma, you could go with like a chain shirt or a breastplate. Those are both pretty good. The breastplate probably be your best option.
Yeah, but it says plus your dex modifier max 2. So basically, it's regretfully, I have plus 5 from my dexterity. So
Well, then, if I was you, I'd go with studded leather like I did.
yeah. Actually, if
Hmm.
if they have studded leather and
Hmm.
with maybe with some magical
Yeah.
shenanigans,
Well,
Well,
I
he
plus
would.
can
plus two
get you.
studded leather is 5,000.
Yeah, he gets one free item though.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
he's
yeah.
taken the,
Oh, my bad, my bad.
uh, you could get like say a plus added to this, or you could get armor of resistance, uh, which would give you the same armor class as studded leather, but would make you resistant to one type
Mm,
of damage,
mm,
like fire
uh,
damage or cold damage or
yeah,
poison.
it is tempting, but I think I will probably go with just plus armor if
Okay.
it's possible.
Okay. So they will give you uh, a set of plus one studded leather, and you can go with that as your whatever that does to your armor class.
Yeah, and it will be my armor class will be 18 with all the modifiers, and I have a animated shield which
Mm-hmm.
gives plus 2, so uh, total 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think it's pretty good upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And if they have a ring of protection, I would buy it also.
Okay. Well, they will sell you a ring of protection for about 8 grand. So,
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth it.
mm-hmm. Okay. And Constantine.
Yep.
Okay. Well, uh, let's see. Last time we played, you guys had been mind whammied by the tree, except for Bill. And basically, he burned down part of the forest, but he got you away from the tree. And you guys then went to the City of Lanterns and were poking around trying to find a place to do business when one of the bosses of the city sent his carriage to fetch you. And he wanted to ask you guys about, well, trashing the Frog and Peach and killing the Mrs. Frog and Mr. Peach. And you told him that, well, you killed the Frog Woman, but you never saw the Peach guy. And that you guys still had her body. And so he was going to have some of his magic users speak with Dead. And you guys negotiated with him. He was going to give each one of you a magic item, armor, or weapon, and identify all your stuff. And Constantine, you get to ask one question to the dead woman. And then the boss gets to ask the rest. So, you get a magic item or weapon or armor, and all of your stuff is now identified. So, what magic item would you like?
I want to find that items that I request previously. It's common. It's maybe rare. Just to improve my ability as a sorcerer. T-
Okay.
um, uh, it Bloodwell vial. For attunement, you need to drop your blood of clothes. Drop of your blood. Uh,
Okay.
each time you restore dice or hit dice, you can restore 5 sorcerer point,
Mm-hmm.
and it's provide me advance in my spells, dependent on rarity. Common +1, rare +2, very rare +3, and that's all.
Okay. Where is this one located?
Tasha Cauldron of Everything.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Got it.
Pretty specific.
Bloodwell vial.
Okay. My Tasha's in the other room, but okay.
It depends what rarity you provide me with.
Okay, well, I'll check and see what they got. And it would be the first one, or the lowest level.
+1 will be enough for me.
Yeah, that's what they got. So, they will hand you one of those and identify anything that you haven't had identified yet. And also, if you have any questions you want to ask the frog woman, you got one question that you can ask.
Yeah, we actually forgot why
Why you were
we
carrying the dead
why
body.
why we are carrying her dead body, but luckily we found a good buyer for it. And we just logically concluded that it was you who wanted to stick to this dead frog. So
Because, you know,
please.
you're that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else, indeed?
I have only one question. If that dead frog lady can answer me, I want to go home. And it's a huge question for me.
Well, you can ask her.
Yeah,
Well, I have a much better question for her.
sure, you are free to ask.
Because
We
the frog
only
isn't-
have one, remember.
The frog isn't going to know how to send you home.
Yep.
Where's the treasure?
Okay. Right.
That's an existential question of the pirate's life.
Yeah.
Well, Bill, she will tell you the treasure's at the bottom of the well out behind the Frog and Peach, next to
thank
the orchard.
We can run back. We still
Well, we're
part
we,
of the union.
Glenn didn't tell you, Constantine, but we also contracted to go up and kill frogs and peach trees.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
good job. So we
ah,
go back anyway.
ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
And what of the Ring of Spell story?
Mm.
It's the one on your
Aw.
finger.
you
Store
already
spell.
got
Oh, really?
one. Are you-
Well, how many spells?
One.
Just one. Oh, okay.
I
If
believe
you
up
said
to
it
third
before, I
level.
didn't catch it.
I believe up to third level. Was, if I remember correctly, when Glenn was telling about the loot.
All right. Thank you.
Damn
Anyway.
fucking handy piece of equipment, by the way.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's why I have it on my. Never mind.
Okay. Well, anyway,
And
the boss of this section of the city has asked a couple of other questions. Number one, he found out what that potion was coming out of the cauldron, and it's a skin-absorbed lycanthropy potion. It turns people into weir frogs.
Mm.
And the other question that he asked was the killer peach trees out in the orchard are mobile and fast growing too. Apparently, they just need people's blood to plant the seeds in, and they can have a man-eating tree mature inside of a day.
that's not creepy.
Definitely.
That's not creepy at all.
Anyway, so you've got weir frogs and man-eating trees. Anyhow, and apparently, the boss guy has decided it was in his best interest, and probably the other bosses too. He'll get them to contribute, but they'll pay 25 gold pieces a head for every weir frog you kill, but it has to be a real lycanthrope, not just some schmo you know, killed and claimed he was a weir frog, and no bullywogs either. They can tell the difference. And he'll give you 50 gold pieces per tree for every killer peach tree you take out.
And I have a question.
Yes.
To save us the trip back here, could you like send an accountant who is able to pay us on the spot?
No, his accountants don't make house calls.
Maybe we have some scroll of teleportation or something that can turn us back here. We can pay for it if it's necessary.
You know, what about a blanket rate for just killing everything? And we'll, what was that spell where you have to do it? We had our whole crew fucking do that.
Anyway, I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, Bill.
It was like a fucking high level spell.
Well, there's a cloud kill.
No. Where we promise to do something, and if we don't do it, we get fucked up.
Oh,
Ah.
a geese.
Yes,
Yeah.
geese, 5th level spell.
Yeah.
We can take the job. You can put a geese on us to kill everything, and we just take the blanket payment for killing everything instead of these per head bullshit with the accountants and back and forth and all that and teleport spell.
Okay.
That way you'd be assured that we would go up there and fucking lay waste to all amphibians and trees.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Right. Okay. He'll put a geese on you guys and offer you a flat fee for killing a certain, well, yeah, kill them all. Best guess, he figures you might have what, a few hundred frogs, maybe 50 trees. So he figures 10,000 would be fair for you guys to kill them all,
Okay.
which works out about the same as 50 trees and a couple hundred frogs. And he'll even give you a teleport up to the Frog and Peach.
Excellent.
In any case, I want to write runes that can teleport me back to that city, if it's necessary. If I will have access to another teleport to from another temple or another big trade city.
Well, he wasn't planning on sending scrolls with you. He was just going to have a guy.
No. I just,
to
if
teleport.
later we need to turn back from another place, I want to have that spot known for me.
Right. Okay. Well, they can give you a set of coordinates that would teleport you to where would that be? He can give you the coordinates to the garden area that surrounds this tower.
Perfect.
He wants you to understand that if you teleport into that area, you will be immediately surrounded by guards, and they will, of course, ask you questions. And if they don't like the answers, they'll shoot you. You know?
Sure, I totally understand. It's anyway, it's happened in such way.
Okay, but he will give you the set of coordinates to use in a teleport spell, if you can get a teleport, that would bring you here. So,
And I have one more question. Maybe he has coordinates for teleport in my native continent here in Fairwild.
um, well, he has people that can teleport you there that work for him, yes. But teleports ain't cheap. Uh,
I think that few thousand gold pieces will be enough.
he can either teleport you there. Of course, then you'll have to find your own way back.
Yeah.
Or he can, if you don't want to spend quite that much money, he can use a sending spell or a figurine of wondrous power and send a message for you for a lower rate.
Okay, I will think about it. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
So you now know how to get home.
Yep,
Mhm.
at least close to home.
You can, well, you can get here, and if you want to spend the money, they can teleport you home
Yep.
from here. So
Yeah.
yeah. As it is, they will give you, or they will teleport you guys back to the Frog and Peach, and you can try out your new weapons or any of the stuff that you had identified. You now know how to use it and what they're good for. So,
And before we leave, I have to pick up a few regular arrows and some what's that? Some cloth to wrap around the points for flaming purposes.
yep,
Since we're going up against killer peach trees, that is.
right. Well, you might see about getting some poison for them arrows. You know,
Yeah.
maybe some herbicide anyway, at the very least.
And we're going up against lycanthropes, so you probably want to get some silver ones too.
Good point. Yes. See if we can find any of those. Yes. Anything that would
yeah.
help us in our plight.
Well,
I personally never leave home without silver arrows. Well, crossbow bolts, really, but
well, yeah. Well, okay. Whatever price they have here for ammunition. Okay. A gold piece gets you 20 regular arrows. If you want silver arrows, well, that'd be about it, like adding 20 silver pieces. So about 3 gold will get you 20 silver arrows. And as far as poisons go, you have your choice. There's poisons that your person has to roll a 14 or better to save, and it does 1d8 poison damage, and you can get those for let's see, 25 gold a dose. And there's also the stuff that you have to roll a 17 or better to save, and it does 3d8 poison damage. And they're wanting 75 apiece a dose for that. So,
And how many arrows do you get per dose?
1.
1.
1.
They can fucking keep it.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Funny you call it a dose when you only get one. Well, if that's what you have, I think I can go with the 20 regular arrows and 20 silver arrows.
Okay.
If I can fit all that in my quill along with my 6 MILF poison arrows.
Acid arrows. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, acid arrows. MILF acid.
Yep. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, any other business you want to do while you're here?
I have a question for Roma.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting the animated shield.
I bought it in the city.
Oh, you bought it. So I have
Yeah,
the dancing shield or animated shield from the loot. Okay.
Yeah. It's the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
and-
Okay.
yeah. He
So,
purchased that at the Pirate Isles.
Oh,
Okay.
Last time he
exactly.
was shopping there.
Okay. My bad.
Yep. Because he was trying to up his armor class.
Mhm.
Well, I understand that. Oh, and by the way, Glenn, my armor class is now 25.
Oh, goody.
Impenetrable.
Okay.
Not really. There's.
Oh,
not even-
well.
I'm not impenetrable. there's always a 5% chance to hit me by anyone.
Yeah.
We're just
Well-
rolling natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also people out there that have like +6 or 8 to hit.
Well,
Okay.
I don't have any problems with you being impenetrable, but
Yeah.
Well,
Not
but
to mention,
alas, yeah.
my job is the tank. I am the guy that's supposed to
Absolutely.
fucking stand in front and stop them from hitting you squishies.
on the other hand, they can always blow him up with a fireball.
That's
You know,
true.
that's area effect. Yeah, your
Yep.
armor class doesn't do you much good there. You know.
Very
So,
true.
you
Very
know.
true.
Anyway,
So we are ready to go do some killing.
Well,
Yep.
I have one question. We're going after frogs, right?
yeah. We're frogs, but yeah.
And peaches.
You know, can any of you guys cast an illusion of flies buzzing?
Yes, I have minor illusion.
Uh,
That can imitate any sound.
wait
Let
a
me
minute.
check.
Yeah, I also have a minor illusion cantrip.
Yeah.
So
And you can have
Absolutely.
Drew turn himself into a giant fly. Use him for bait.
Yeah, that's great.
well, that is too much, I guess.
How much for poison-coated caltrops?
Hmm.
They'd still only be one.
Of the lowest quality poison, not your high
Yeah.
dollar poison.
Well, they'd give you that. As I said, it'd be 25 gold apiece.
Hmm.
If you wanted to.
Oh, how much for? I guess we'll just buy regular caltrops. We're
Whatever
going to
they
get
are in the book.
Right. We're going to get swarmed by fucking hundreds of frogs. So, if we are standing in the center of a field of caltrops, it would probably help us.
Yeah.
And I do not see caltrops on the weapons page. 149.
Just a sec. And go to page 150 under adventuring gear. Caltrops bag of 20.
Okay. 1 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon, you had asked.
Yeah.
You had asked about a spell or cantrip that could produce a cloud of flies or insects or something.
Oh,
No, I just want the sound, but actual flies would probably be best.
Okay. Well, I have here Druid Craft.
I'm going to buy
So-
100 gold piece worth of caltrops.
Okay.
So we will have 2,000 caltrops to spread around.
Very well.
So don't go running off.
Well, like I said, I have that Druid Craft, and there's also, where the hell is it? Infestation, another cantrip from Xenothar's Guide to Everything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever you can do to draw frogs to flies, that's great.
Mhm.
It says causes a cloud of mites, fleas, or other parasites upon a creature within range.
What page is that one on?
Say again.
What page was that on? Drew, that's a question for you. Did you hear the? Oh, Drew dropped out.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it happens. Mm. He's
There he's
back.
back.
Hello. Sorry.
Hi.
What page was your spell on?
What did you say?
I
What
was asking
page?
what page. You said it was in
One.
Xanathars?
Yes, 158.
158. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, this is a cloud of mites, fleas, or other parasites. None of these are flying bugs that would attract frogs, unfortunately.
Illusions it is.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to go with illusions.
Very well. I shall put Druidcraft in my cantrips.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And one last thing for me, I would like to
Mhm.
replace my Greek fire grenades.
Okay.
And how much per Greek fire grenade?
Okay. They're wanting 100 gold apiece here.
All right, I'll get 5.
Yeah. And they tell you apparently there's a bit of a shortage on the market as a bunch of that has just been purchased and was shipped off with a lot of mercenaries to the abyss. Apparently, there's a couple of demon lords trying to decide inheritance.
Okay.
That usually takes a lot of soldiers.
Right.
You know.
Well, I'm good to go. Anybody else need anything?
Nope.
I don't know. Do I have at least some clothes? And
Well,
how much money we split between us after all that previous stuff?
We haven't sold anything yet. We just had it identified.
Okay.
however, since a large percentage of the people in this city are Fae and fairy folk, there would be clothers that would have, fairy-sized garments and whatnot for sale.
I'm still fine to fight naked, but maybe somebody not like it. And just in case I have some kind of clothes.
I just don't want you riding on my shoulder when you're like that.
I'm not playing it. You need to find a parrot for yourself. Or
Anyway.
if you want that I was your parrot, it will be my principal position that I will be naked, like any parrot.
I'm going to pass on that one.
Yeah, parrots don't get to choose.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually.
Well then, alrighty. They will then cast a teleport, and you will find yourself back in front of the Frog and Peach.
Right into the action.
And we still level 4, like I understand.
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So, what do we see?
roll his perception rolls.
15.
Okay.
What I have on my perception, 12 plus my perception plus 2, 14.
Okay. Well, what you see is that the tavern has probably seen better days. There's been a fire recently, but the tavern itself is not burning at the moment. And from the trees behind you, two people have thrown Molotovs at you. One of them with a 13 to hit and one with a 6. So essentially they will bust and start burning.
I got you 27 after pluses.
Okay.
Natural 20 if that makes a
Right.
difference.
Okay. Well, aside from, say, everybody gets to see the Frog and Peach has burned, but it's still standing, and there's a couple of guys up in the trees throwing Molotovs at you, a 27 gets you this one. There's a bunch of bullywogs that are out in the lake about 30, 40 feet out. And they've put a bunch of, posts in the lake bottom. You can see they've kind of made a hedge around where they're at, just below the water and on the lake floor. But they've basically barricaded themselves inside a bunch of junk. It looks like furniture and some posts and some broken spear shafts and just a little bit of everything. So they have something to fortify themselves slightly.
Well, damn.
So that is the situation. Nobody attacks you aside from, like, say, the guys up in the trees that threw Molotovs at you when you teleported in.
Well, I guess you're
Yeah.
rolling ish.
Yep.
Yeah, kinda.
Now, are those bullywogs in the trees, or they're different guys?
No. They are shadow goblins. One of them looks an awful lot like your waiter that you talked to last time you were here. Anyway, initiative if you wish.
5
A 5
Mm,
with pluses.
with
it's-
pluses.
It's
Gotcha.
total.
16.
21.
21 as well.
21 as
Oh.
well. Okay. Okay. Well, at this point, there will be a perfume-like cloud will waft over your location, and each of you needs to, like, roll me a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
16 plus wisdom save plus 2, 18.
Okay.
17.
All right.
Let me see. 12.
And Drew. A
One
wisdom
moment.
save.
One moment. I believe after all the pluses, 16.
Okay. Well, those of you who have rolled a 15 or better have made your save. The others, on the other hand, have this overwhelming, undeniable urge to go and eat a peach.
Mm.
By the way, your constructs rolled a 9 on their saving throw. They've all headed towards the peach orchard in the back.
Millions
Let's
of peaches. Peaches for me.
And let's see. Did any of you guys roll a 14 or lower?
I rolled 12.
Okay, so Roman, you're going with them.
Well, let's taste some peaches.
Okay. And the
To
rest
hell
of
with
you,
the battle. Yeah.
the rest of you, on the other hand, have made your save. And you see Roman in the construct saying, I've got to go eat a peach. and
Yeah,
start
wait for
heading
me.
towards the orchard. So,
All right. May I take my net and see if I can throw it over Roma?
yes, you may.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
I need to roll it to hit roll, I guess.
Yep.
All right. All right. It's a dex or strength modifier. Put up.
Dex.
Dex. Okay. So 19 after pluses.
Doesn't hit it.
Okay, then yes, you have netted Roman. Roman.
Roma has a 20 armor class.
Oh crap!
Damn it.
Yeah. He
Okay,
upgraded
you
his
have
armor.
missed. You have missed, Roman.
By the way, Ring of Protection also gives bonus to armor class, right? So
Yes.
yes.
I
a
have
plus
actually
1.
21.
Okay. Right.
Sorry.
Okie dokie.
Well, I will
I
try
have
and net him. Go
Miserable
ahead.
15. I have a miserable 15. Only one save that I can fly. Yes,
Yep.
Bill, what you want to say?
Okay. Well,
What was your
Bill,
save, Roma? I mean, Constantine?
15.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
saved.
He saved, yeah.
Yep.
So, Bill, you get to go next.
Okay. Roma gets away. I rolled a 3 and I only have a +5 to it, so I mean a +7 to it.
Right.
So
Okay.
our bard has run off, so I guess we better follow him.
Right. Okay. Well,
He owes me money.
right.
Don't worry, guys. I'll eat some peaches and be right back.
Everything's peachy.
Okay.
Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free.
Yep. That would really good for barbecue.
Okay. Well, and Constantine, you would also get an action this round if you want to try and stop Roman or not, or anything like that, or the constructs, either one.
Hmm. I will begin that with flying up and just again. We still have enemies that want to attack us.
Right, yes.
I will shoot to them and fly in same direction where Roma's going.
Okay.
I will just use Scorching Ray
Okay.
that I can attack 3 times for 6 damage.
hmm
Each
Well,
of that.
there are two, shadow goblins up in the trees,
Hmm.
or you can take a shot at the trees in the orchard.
I will start with 3. Goblins try to make another file.
Okay. Okay, you'll take a shot at the goblins. Got it.
Yep. 7 plus 9, it's 14. Does it hit?
Yeah, they have an armor class 10, so
26 definitely hit, and 17 plus 9, it's definitely hit.
yep.
One goblin has 2 rays, 1. For
Okay.
that who have 1 ray, it's 7 points.
hmm
It's not enough. For second one, it's 1, 4, 3. It's 8 plus 6, 14 plus 2, 16, and plus 5. And second one, get 21.
Okay. Well, the second one is now at -1 hit point, so that's it for him. Uh, and the other guy, he's burned but still up. And then you were going to follow Roman. Okay. And oh, well, I'll be damned. Well, Roman, when you
Yeah.
you rush into the orchard, and one of the peach trees there holds out a peach for you. You rushed up to eat it, and it has grappled with you. So I need you to roll me a 20-sider.
20-sider.
Strength bonus.
Unfortunately, it's only 5.
Okay, well then, the tree has grappled with you, and then it does its second attack. Hey, that hits. Even with your armor class. He rolled a 19 before pluses. And the tree has now bitten you for 7 points of damage.
Nasty, but okay.
And let's see
Don't
how
worry.
the other trees
It's-
do.
Its
Oh.
bark is worse than its bite.
And
Yeah,
5 other
bark.
trees have just grappled with your constructs. And the constructs have broken free of the grapples and grabbed a peach that they are busily eating. And they've all failed their saving throw versus poison.
How could they eat?
We're not sure. They put it in their little mechanical mouth and swallowed.
Okay, yeah. Advanced technology.
Yeah. However, they are
Technologia,
constructs.
technologia.
They're immune to poison, though. So the peach doesn't actually poison them. They don't need to roll a saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
a bit-
Drew, you come into the edge of the orchard and see trees grabbing Roman and the constructs and trying to eat them. So
Okay. Okay, let's see. Let me see.
Not the most pleasant view.
No, it isn't. Well, I'm going to take my bow and put it to good use and
Okay.
fire a. What have I got here? One of those. I just fire a regular arrow at the tree that has Roma.
okay.
Roman.
You get to shoot 2 arrows, by the way.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the beauty of a bow.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So 2 to hit rolls and using Dex, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Your bow
Alright.
is a +1 plus your dex plus a weapons proficiency, so that's your dex +3.
All right. So first one is 6. Next one is 11.
Sorry. They got a 15 armor class. So those do not hit. And
Well, damn.
Roman, you're grappled. So, Bill, it's your turn.
All right. The one that has attacked Roba, I am going to go up and stick him with my new flame tongue rapier.
Okay.
Natural 20 right off the bat.
Okay.
Good way to start combat.
Well, yes, actually.
All right. So it does 7 plus 2d6 of 6 and 1. So 14 doubled is 28.
Okay. Well, you have just done this tree 28 points of damage. And
I'd also like to make a perception roll to see if I can figure out where the heart of the orchard is. You know, what's the central part.
right.
And that's a perception is wisdom, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a +4 to that. And I have perception as a skill, which gives me another +2, so that makes it +6. 10 and 16.
Okay. Uh, well, when you look at the center of the orchard, you will see that, well, it's empty. And that there's like a ring of trees around the perimeter, but none in the center.
Okay. That's
Anyway.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I've done my action for this round.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then, well, the pixies that are riding along with you, Bill,
Uh-huh.
have each cast a confusion spell that the trees that are further than 10 feet away from you, since they're where you are. And
Okay.
two of the trees have failed their save. One of the others has not. And the confused ones along with one of your constructs who got caught in this confusion spell as well, are going to take no action this round. Okay. Bill,
Yeah.
2 of the 3 unconfused trees are going to attempt to grapple with you. They
Okay.
have missed. They will also attempt a bite against you. They have missed that as well.
Okay.
Roman,
Yes.
the one that has grappled with you gets to do its bite attacks with advantage.
Ah.
As a result, it actually hits.
Hmm.
You have lost an additional 6 points of bite damage,
Hmm.
and you get to see if you can break the grapple again. So, another strength check.
Another strength check. 18 this time.
Okay. You are able to get loose from the grapple this round.
Yeah, at last. Yeah, and I'm no longer charmed by these peaches.
No,
I
not anymore.
suppose. Yeah.
Not since the peaches started trying to eat you.
Yes, they betrayed me. And I started to suspect something.
Okay. Well, the 4 constructs that are not confused have each attacked a different tree. 3 of them missed entirely, and the 4th one put a little cutting blade where his hand was and chopped one of the trees for 13 points of damage. And Constantine, it is now your turn.
I see that main issue is the tree. That's why I will cast speeded spell 2 scorching rays in same tree till he's dying at last. It will be 6 attack for that. This plus 9. 15,
Okay.
does it hit?
Yes. Hmm.
Hit
15 or better hits with these guys.
7 7 plus 9 is 16. Yes, it's fine. 14 plus 9 definitely. 7 plus 9 definitely. 1 miss.
Mhm.
And yeah, 5 attack for d6 each.
Okay.
First attack 16. Second attack 8. It's 24 total. Third attack is 3, 6, 4, 13 and 27. It's 40.
Mhm.
7 plus 11, 51, and total 5, 2, 3, and plus 7, 58 points total. Just unleash a lot of fire in that tree.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
Right. Okay. And the tree that Constantine has just shot is going to use its movement and has pull up its roots and attempt to run away.
it's many. It's still alive. I
Mm,
spent practically all my spell slots and all sorcery points.
Right. And that ends this round. So, Roman.
yeah, these are tough pitches.
you,
Okay, yeah, I will try to attack this
mhm,
tree that beat me.
yeah.
It's not the one that Constantine just.
And it's already damaged from me by quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Mhm,
Yeah, wonderful. Let's
Yeah.
try to.
Yeah, it's got 28 hit points off already. You probably
yeah.
can knock it down.
Mm, what's it? What is it? 18
Okay.
to hit,
That
That'll
hits.
hit it.
and the damage is 1d8. 7 plus 9, it's 16 points of damage.
Okay. And Drew, you're next.
All right. I'm going to again fire 2 arrows at that same tree.
Okay.
About to hit roll. 2 of them. 12 for the first one doesn't hit,
No,
and 25 after pluses. This one does hit.
that does hit.
All right. I'll roll a, was it 1d8?
6.
1d6.
6. Very well. And I get +1 for this, for the
Mhm,
bow.
Yep.
Ah, 7.
Okay. You've just done him 7 points of damage. And
And Roma and Constantine, I just put a link to a YouTube video that you can listen to while you're not fighting. It rushes the trees.
Uh,
The band Rush, not Russia.
Mm.
yeah.
yeah, but I not see that link. Where you
Yeah,
posted?
where is it?
It's in the comments.
Ah,
Okay.
Yeah.
uh-huh. Yeah, I see it. Oh, by the way, on a weekend I saw this movie that you recommended, Willow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never heard about it before,
Oh.
and it's pretty nice
Yeah.
fantasy. Very
Ah, 1980.
Underrated classic, I think.
Yeah.
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 I used to have a copy of the book that they based it on, the movie on. Unfortunately, my wife got that in a divorce. We both really liked the movie
Oh, interesting.
and the
Okay.
book.
Uh,
I too have
When
that
I-
book.
Say again?
So,
Yeah. What?
by Waylon Drew.
Mm.
Ah, there. Yes, I see it.
Yeah. It's a pretty good book.
Yeah, I enjoyed
It
it.
does get a little hurried at the end, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
yep.
But it's still worth
Anyway.
the read, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And let's see. Bill, you are next, I believe.
Okay. Well, our shield is now dancing. So which is a good thing because even with my pluses, I rolled a natural 3 and I have a +9. That puts me at a 12. It does not hit. But
That does not hit.
my shield is dancing, which means my offhand is free. And I'm going to take a shot with my hand crossbow at the tree that's running away from Constantine.
Okay.
All right, and that one does hit. So that's +7, 6, and 16, and 7 is 23. So that hits, and he takes. Oh, and he's going to need to make a saving throw versus poison. Because I bought poison at a much cheaper rate
Uh-huh.
in the Pirate Isles.
Well, supply and demand. There's a lot bigger demand for it in the city of Lanards.
All right.
Poison's
So-
expensive there.
Yeah. Did he make his save?
Let me ask a different question. Did you do at least 2 hit points of damage with regular arrow damage?
Yeah, regular arrow is 4 points of damage.
Well, since the guy only had 2 hit points left when he started running away from Constantine,
Oh, it doesn't matter then.
it
Okay.
doesn't matter if he makes his save or not. That one's dead.
Okay. And I'm done.
Uh-huh.
Unless somebody tries to take a swing at me and I can do a riposte.
And okay. Well, the pixies that you have in your bottle have continued to cast spells. One of them has cast a polymorph spell on one of the trees, and it has failed its saving throw and has been polymorphed into, well, Bill. It looks just like you. And the other pixie has cast a polymorph on herself and turned into an armadillo, smashing the bottle from the inside out, and is now running away on 4 little legs.
Well, then I get an attack of opportunity on her.
Have you used your bonus action already this round?
It's reaction. Attack of opportunity, it's reaction.
Okay. Well then, yeah, you get a shot.
Net. That would be a
Actually, Bill,
yeah.
you threw your net at Roman and then immediately went into attack. You don't have a net unless you got 2.
Okay, no, I don't. Then I guess I will wing the belaying pin at her.
Okay. Give us a to-hit roll.
Okay, this will be a called shot for her head then.
With disadvantage on the
Right.
called shot.
14 plus 2 plus 5, 7. Okay, so that's a 21.
That hits. Roll for
And-
damage.
4.
Okay, you've done 4 points of damage to an armadillo.
Oh, plus 2, plus 2. 6.
6 points of damage to the armadillo.
Subdual damage. Subdual damage.
Okay.
You want to keep him a pet?
Fuck yeah, they're my crew. They're crew.
Ah, crew.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck.
And
Okay. You want to have more pigs on the ship? Okay, fine. I
They're
can
crew.
always teleport home.
It's always, you know, it's a
Yeah.
matter of pride. They tried to fucking steal from me. They took my fucking harpoon.
Yep.
What's a pixie gonna do with a harpoon?
well, on a lighter note, they did think you were memory thieves at the time.
It doesn't matter. They're crew now. That's why we spared their lives.
Yep.
And
Okay.
you don't get to mutiny.
Yep. Okay. And yes.
I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the other two trees that are still up and about have taken or have attempted to attack the constructs and missed. The constructs all but one of them has missed again, and that one has done another 12 points of damage to the construct it's been fighting, bringing its total damage up to 25. And that ends this round, so we're back to Roman.
Okay, yeah, I will.
No, did,
What?
wait, Constantine gets an attack. He had a 5 on his initiative. So, Constantine, you get an action, and then it'll be the end of the round.
We still have two targets, but one of that is Armadillo. That
You
nobody
have
wants.
3 actually, but one of them looks like Bill.
But it doesn't have the glowing or the burning fucking sword in its hand.
Yep. Okay. Chromatic orb in that bill without sword.
Okay. And does that get a saving throw, or is it just a
No,
hit
it's
roll?
my strike,
Okay.
and I use twinning spell that double it, and second will go to Armadillo. One chromatic orb will go to that bill, and second to Armadillo.
Don't
One
kill
attack
the
20.
armadillo. She's crew.
6 plus 9 in Armadillo is 15. Does it hit?
Yes.
Okay. Then copy of Bill get 18 points of damage. Armadillo have 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Destroy all hit points on Armadillo and extra go to the target.
Okay. Right. Well, then the tree that was polymorphed into a look-alike of Bill was the wounded one. The 18 takes it over the top of its hit points, but since it was polymorphed, what it does when you kill a polymorphed character is they turn back into their normal shape. So it is turned back into a wounded tree. And the armadillo was killed, and it turns back into a pixie.
Alive or dead?
Alive.
Oh, good.
Mhm. And that would end this round. So we're back to Roman.
Yeah, I will continue to fight with the tree that bit me earlier.
Yep.
This has to be avenged. And what do we have? Oh, yeah, this time it's 11 to hit.
Okay,
I-
that does not hit.
I rolled 2 before pluses, so miss.
Okay. And Drew, back to you.
I will continue to help Roman with his vengeance.
Okay.
Yeah,
Firing 2 more.
please be my
Fire.
guest.
All right. First one will hit with a 19. The second one will also hit with a 17 after pluses.
Okay.
All right. All right. Rolling my 6. All right. First one is 3. Second one is 6.
Okay. So 3 and 6. So you've done another 9 points of damage to this tree. And Bill, down to you. Bill, you there?
I saw a lot of barking. Maybe he.
Uh-huh.
I heard a lot of barking.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he just left the cabin.
No, you saw a lot of barking too. Since
Yeah.
been attacked by that tree.
yeah, but that's that's from the other realm.
Yeah.
The other dimension.
The other dimension.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh well. Okay. Well, somebody want to roll for Bill or just wait for a few more?
Yeah, we can roll, but what action will he choose? Uh-huh.
Here he comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Hopefully I didn't
Well,
keep you waiting.
yeah, we're down to you. So in the order of things.
All right, I'm going to do a grapple for my crewman. The pixie.
Yeah. You are aware that the tree that you are standing arm length away from just repolymorphed back into a tree.
Yeah. But I'm also aware that Constantine's trying to kill a member of the crew.
Okay.
All right. She's prone because she just died. Okay. And it's a good thing, too, because 14 plus 7. Does that allow me to grab her?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a pixie in my hand, and will use my other strike at the tree. And it is a 26, so I'm thinking that hits.
Pardon me for asking, but where did you come up with the pluses?
The rapier?
No. Not. Okay. Your second attack is done with nothing except the pluses for the weapon.
Oh, okay. Well, then 17 plus 2. It makes it a 19. Does that hit?
That will hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Now roll for damage. But you get all your pluses on your first attack of the round, Bill.
Okay. All right. Anyways, 6 plus 5 plus 1. So 6 and 6. 12 points of damage to the tree.
Okay.
And Drew, could you recycle your phone again?
Yep.
Crap, it's still up. Okay. Well.
So you don't get your dex bonus on your second shot?
No. Unless you've taken 2 weapons as a fighting style.
I have not.
Then no, you don't. I had a player character run into that myself.
Okay. Didn't know.
In the Tuesday night roll or dungeon. Okay.
Yeah, I see it right now on page 72. Very good. Now I know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the 3 remaining trees. The wounded one did a attack at Roman and missed. The unwounded one tried to grapple with one of your constructs and missed, and the wounded one that has been fighting with the constructs grappled with one of the constructs, but he was able to break free of the grapple. And your constructs attacked the trees. 2 of them missed, and 2 of them rolled natural 20s. So,
I hope they have chainsaws somewhere inside.
Yeah. So they each did 7 points of damage doubled, so 14 points of damage to each of their respective trees. And and Constantine, down to you.
We still have that wounded tree that tried to run away. Yep.
No,
No.
it's dead.
Thank God. We have only 2 trees left. Yep.
We have 3 trees left. One of them, however, it's incredibly low on hit points. That's the one that was polymorphed and then came back.
I
So-
will use again chromatic orb on that, but without bonuses because I stay without 17.
Okay, yes.
Chromatic orb just in case. 3d8. 2, 3, and 7. 12 points of damage.
That one's dead now.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, and that will end this round. So, Roman, back to you. The tree that bit you is now dead.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 other trees that are still standing that have been fighting with the constructs. Both of them are wounded, but one of them is down, let's see, 25, and the other is down, or no, one of them is 25 plus 14. One of them is down 39 hit points, and the other is down 14.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, yeah, I will probably aim for most wounded one
okay.
and try to get him,
Mm-hmm.
stab him in the back with my rapier.
Okay.
It's 19 points to hit,
That hits.
and the damage will be 12 points.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you've done him another 12 points of damage, bringing his total up to 51 hit points of damage. And Drew, you are next.
All right. I shall fire 2 more regular arrows at the weakest tree.
Okay.
There's only 1 tree left, so
There's
No-
2 trees left.
No,
Bill.
yeah, we have 2
okay. 2.
still
Alright.
standing.
I thought you killed that one.
All right.
Oh well.
First one's a 6. That doesn't hit. Second one is a natural 20.
That hits.
That's okay. So 1 hits.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Anyway, roll for
All right.
damage
I got
and then double it.
All right. I got 7 after pluses. So 14
Wow.
altogether.
So that brings this guy up to 65 hit points. He is now dead. So now there is 1 tree still standing. And Bill, it is your turn.
Okay. And we have a 22, 7 plus 2 plus 5. So 14 points of damage to this tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to use my second wind and give the fucking pixie a healing potion.
Okay.
Use my second action for that.
Okay.
Tell her, stay around. The fucking fairy will burn you to death. Don't fucking run away. Your crew. You don't abandon ship in the middle of a fight. That's mutiny. We'll make you walk the plank.
And okay. Bill.
Yeah.
You get a chance for a saving throw on this one, but it's not very high of a chance. The pixie has just decided to try and do a persuasion against you and rolled a natural 20. And basically, the pixie has told you that, well, then if it's a pirate crew, and the pirate code means that we can call for a vote, and so the pixie has called for a vote to see which should be elected captain, you or her. She has rolled a natural 20. Bill, you need to roll a 20, a natural 20 to save, otherwise you're going to agree to this. As soon as you get back to the ship, there's going to be an election to see who's captain, you or her.
Well, that's one of the ways you can decide it. Sure. The other way is to challenge for a duel. So.
But we have called for an election. Therefore.
Well, right. And then
Roll me a
it'll
20
immediately,
sided.
if we fall, I'm not even bother calling. All right. I'll agree to that. And if you win, I'm going to challenge you to a duel. You want to play by
Okay.
the rules? I'll play by the rules. If you think you can take me. But either way, you're sticking around. Until that time, I'm captain, and you do what I say. Okay. Enough of that. Let's continue with combat.
Okay. You have one wounded tree left. And
Pixie captain.
and the tree now gets its action. And the tree has breathed out another whiff of that peach scent. Everybody needs to roll another
Oh,
wisdom
Christ.
save.
I should have rolled against the damn fucking fairy.
What'd you get?
20. Before
See,
pluses.
you could have saved.
I could have fucking saved, damn it. Now, I know for that I wouldn't have, but for this I did.
Well, you saved. Okay.
Well, I have 9 on my saving throw.
You have failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again.
Drew
9 as well.
and Constantine.
4 total.
Okay.
I should
Right.
have acquired immunity after the last one.
Ah, stop. It's charming.
Wisdom. Yeah, well,
No, it's effect. It's charming.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I have advantage against that.
Ah,
No
roll
bother.
with
5.
advantage then.
Yes, 5. Not a big deal. 2 and 3 in 2 row. Fine.
5. Okay. Right.
Not a big deal.
Okay, Bill. You and the constructs made your save this time.
Yay, good for us.
All of the rest of the people here want to eat a peach. So-
Peaches.
And so the guys are all going to grab peaches off of this tree.
Next round, right?
Next round. Yeah. And so at this point in time, that's the end of this round. Everybody else is mind whammied. So the beginning of the round, Roman, you are first. You will eat a peach. Give me a saving throw versus poison.
Well, with my Ring of Resistance, let me see if I have. Well, not much. It's 13.
Okay. Okay. Well, you get 12 points of poison damage. And Drew,
Oh, well.
you get to eat a peach and get to do a saving throw versus poison.
Oh, goody. Does my resistance to poison from my serpent armor, does that help at all?
Yes, it means you save at advantage. So
All
roll
right.
2 20-siders, pick the highest one.
All right. So Constitution modifier at all?
Yeah. You add that
All right.
to the highest of the 2 20-siders.
Oh, I didn't count my constitution. Sorry. Okay, well, it's too late, I guess. Never mind.
Oh well. Anyway, what's your saving throw, Drew?
All right. Let's see, first one's 12. Second one is 9.
Okay. So
Here's the
add your
12.
Constitution
Mhm.
modifier to the 12, and that's your save.
Oh,
Plus your
that is it. After pluses. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I see.
Highest is
Well-
12.
Then that doesn't save. You get 9 points of poison damage.
All right. Thank you.
And Bill, you get your action rather than eating
right.
a peach.
14 and 9 is 23.
Okay.
Oh, 2 plus 2 plus 6. Okay. 10. 10 points of damage to the tree.
Okay. Alrighty. And the tree is going to attempt a grapple with you, Bill, and miss.
Oh, good. I get to hit at it again.
Uh-huh.
This time it's a 17 plus 9 for 26.
Mhm.
And that's 4 plus 4 plus 2 for another 10 points of damage.
Okay. Alrighty. And the pixie you're holding in your hand attempts to break free from your grapple. Or were you still holding her? Since she decided to become captain.
Well, I let her go when that happened.
Okay, then she's going to go and eat a peach.
Suicide attempts. Okay.
She failed her save. That's what they do.
Yeah. However, she only takes 4 points of poison damage. And all right, the second pixie that's still in its bottle hanging on your belt is going to use a phantasmal force to throw a peach at the bottle, breaking the bottle, and now she eats the peach. But rolls a natural 20 on our saving throw versus poison. And gets 3 points of damage after her saving throw. Okay, Constantine. One of the constructs has decided to grapple with you to keep you from eating a peach.
Hey, Glenn,
Yeah.
Phantasmal Force is an illusion.
Oh, crap. Okay, then that one doesn't get to eat a peach this
But
round.
she thinks she does.
Anyway, Constantine, you have been grappled.
I'm tiny and I have only -1 to my strength. It's not so hard to do.
Right. Anyway, if you would, you get to roll a strength check to see if you can break free of the grapple.
11. I rolled 12 and I have 7 strength. That's mean it's -1. 11 total.
Okay. Then, you are grappled and you don't get to eat one of the poison peaches.
Nice.
The other constructs have attacked the remaining tree. Unfortunately, only one of them hit high enough to hit that armor class, but we rolled great on damage, and we've done 15 points of damage to this tree. So And that would end this round. So, since Constantine is being restrained, so next round, Roman. Eating a poisoned peach.
Yeah,
So you are now free of the compulsion to do so.
I will probably just use cure wounds at myself.
Okay. And Drew.
Let me throw.
Roll for your cure wounds. See how many hit points you get back.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually pretty good. 8 plus 5, 13 points.
Okay. Anyway, now Drew, you got one tree still standing, and since you got done eating your peach, you're no longer mind whammied.
All right. Is this remaining tree? Is it fairly weak as far as hit points?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
All
It's
right.
been hit several times pretty good.
All right. And I'm going to hit it again with 2 more regular arrows.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. All right. First one is a 23 after pluses.
That hits.
And the second one is a natural 20.
All right.
All right. And the
Well,
first
roll
one's
for
damage. First one's damage is a 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, after doubled, will be 8.
Okay.
So 12 more points.
12 more points. Okay. And Bill. Down to you.
12 plus 9 is 21.
That hits.
So 8 plus 5 is 13. Plus 2 is 15.
Okay. That will take it out.
Timber.
Mm-hmm. So you have killed off all of these trees. If you wish, you may do a more detailed investigation of the orchard.
I'm going to look up at where the fucking assholes, the waiter that threw the Molotov at us and said, "Thanks for the help, buddy." I'm going to see your union dues raised.
Okay, Bill.
Yeah.
When you yell this at the frog or at the goblin up the tree, you'll hear the frogs out in the water yell back at you and say, "Go ahead and kill him. They're scav labor. They're not part of the union like us."
Oh, man. That's a good thing the place is burned down. None of you have jobs right now. All right. Let's investigate the orchard.
Okay. Well, give us an investigation roll.
Everybody do this, please.
Yeah.
'Cause I have a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1. Uh, I was on previous game. I played today too in my another D&D game, and it was good for me. But now probably the dice start to roll not
Hmm.
20.
You get to 21 after pluses.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. I have a 12.
Okay. Well, uh, by the way, the constructs, the highest roll they rolled was a 7. So, Drew, you were the one who found the clue. Uh, you looked around the orchard. Everybody did. It looks as though a bunch of trees pulled up their roots and walked off in multiple directions, leaving the 5 guys you ran into to hang out here and ambush people who came by. Anyway,
Hmm.
Drew found inside the distillery shed, they have a petrified frog stomach and intestines. And by the way, that's set up with a fire and a bunch of mash, and they're using it as a still to make peach brandy. But basically, on the interior wall of the shed, there's a map of nearby villages and settlements. And arrows pointing directions and little notes. 5 trees here, 2 trees there, 6 trees go here. So you've got this map showing you where the trees are going to attack.
Well, let's take this map and make use of it, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great piece of intelligence.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Anyway,
We are probably lucky that they went away. Right.
well, if you add all the numbers together, plus the 5 of them you fought here, apparently there was about 50 trees in this orchard.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
There's about 45 of them that are out attacking the countryside. But,
Let's make our own battle plan.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is not a bad place to fold up for the day. So you guys can think about what you do next. You haven't found any weir frogs yet, but there's a bunch of bullywogs just offshore that seem to be pretty paranoid. So they might be able to give you some information as well.
I guess you could say they're a bit jumpy, huh?
Yeah, just a little. Oh, and I need to tell you that I'm not available on the 24th. So,
All right.
but next Saturday and the 17th, the Saturday after that, I'm available. So, and I'm available, the 30th. or 31st, whatever it is, the last
Oh.
Saturday of the month. But
Yeah. Okay.
just so I'd give you some advanced warning.
Okay.
But
All right.
Sure.
I will be gaming next Saturday, so I'll talk to you guys then.
Yep.
And
Very well.
you guys all have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Have a good weekend. Yeah.
Yep.
Bye bye.
To y'all as well.
Talk to you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
We probably need to improvise something against this speech charms
Yeah,
if we want to have advantage
think,
in this battle.
having a gust of wind or something would probably help us a lot.
Or just wax in the nostrils, maybe. Something crude but effective.
Yeah.
Okay, well, see you next Saturday then.
All righty. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. To the one guy who's watching, no marriage, no cohabitation, no new kids. You give to each other. The golden age make tons ahead. And if Henley was here, he'd tell you don't bring your fucking girlfriends around here. Peace out. Bye.